Check. Check. Coming to you live from Clark Gillies Arena in Dix Hills, you're listening to the New York Islanders High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. My name's Ryan Brannigan, joined alongside camera operator Rowan Laddick as we get through this first and only matchup here at the Clark Gillies Arena tonight. Farmingdale JV taking on Half Hollow Hills JV, a matchup between two teams looking to end their respective losing streaks. Two-game losing skid coming into the night for Half Hollow Hills, and for Farmingdale, they're on a three-game skid after a close loss to Syosset Jericho back on February the 10th. That score 3-2. Half Hollow Hills coming off a 6-3 loss to RVC. That's back also on February the 10th. They just have two more games after this in the regular season, and then it is time for playoffs. Both these teams, a win would go a long way as they take a quick look at the standings. Here for JV East. Fourth place are Farmingdale. They are 2 points ahead with a game in hand on Half Hollow Hills, who are 5-8. Both Farmingdale and Half Hollow Hills are looking to hunt down third place POBIT. That's Plainview Old Bethpage Island Trees. They are 7-4 on the year. 1 point, or rather 2 points ahead of Farmingdale, 4 ahead of Half Hollow Hills, but they have a number of games in hand on both of these two teams tonight. And thus we'll take a look at key players to watch in this matchup tonight. For Triple H, Half Hollow Hills, Mark Parente leads the team in scoring with 16 points, 7 goals, 9 assists. Leading the team in goals is Adrian Rao. Rao, 15 points, 11 of those points are goals. Second on the team in assists is Christian Branchaforti. And Branchaforti, 8 assists, 13 points on the season. As we flip on over to Farmingdale, some players to watch out for. Stephen Cohen, by far the team's leader in terms of points. 16 goals, 12 assists, 28 points on the season for Cowan. Second on the team in goals, one behind Cowan, is Jason Fiumara. Fiumara, 15 goals, just 4 assists on the year. And in terms of points per game, your leader is actually the third leading scorer. That's Ryder Kinnockle. Kinnockle, 11 goals, 4 assists, 15 points in just 7 games played for Farmingdale. Our goaltenders have been announced. Starting in net for the Farmingdale Lions, Carter Black. And getting the nod for Half Hollow Hills, the Hornets, Daniel DiPaolo. DiPaolo getting a call-up in a key game down the stretch of the varsity season as he backed up Cooper Tell. Cooper Tell and Maddox Franks, the tandem at the varsity level this year for Half Hollow Hills. Obviously their varsity season not reaching their ultimate goal of a championship. Congratulations to Long Beach, as they will be the New York Islander High School Hockey League representative at the Long Island Championship. That on March 13th at Northwell Ice Center, and of course streamed here live on LI Sports Network. They'll be taking on the Suffolk County High School Hockey League winners, St. Anthony's. St. Anthony's representing the Suffolk County High School Hockey League in their second consecutive season as they go back-to-back SCHSHL champs. Meanwhile, Long Beach fell to Belmore Merrick a season ago. They're your defending Long Island champions. They will not have an opportunity to defend that title this season. Obviously, Long Beach victorious in overtime. As Speaking of victorious in overtime, who hasn't seen the Jack Hughes winner for Team USA golden goal? Also, shout out to Megan Keller on the women's side for doing exactly that, defeating Canada with the golden goal in overtime. This game, see if we go to overtime or not. Looks like for Farmingdale, no Kinockel in the lineup tonight. Again, only 7 games played on the season. And it looks like we're set for puck drop here at Clark Gillies Arena in Dix Hills. 15 minutes up on the clock. We're underway. Farmingdale, Half Hollow Hills, live on LI Sports Network. Briefly in the Half Hollow Hills zone, quickly exited. Good play here by Adrian Rao. Is going to get a shot on. It's deflected up and out of play. Good early rush up ice from Adrian Rao. Mentioned coming in, 11 goals, 4 assists, 15 points for Rao. Gets that early opportunity. Face off to the left of the Farmingdale netminder, Carter Black. Kicks in behind. Farmingdale looking to clear. They'll send it up the near boards, where it's kept alive by Cristiano Rispero. Eventually cleared out to neutralize. Nudged along by Farmingdale and Kafka. And Jack Kafka pulling in behind. Quick puck movement. Chance here for Farmingdale. Turned away. What a save made by DePaulo. Right back they come. Another shot from Farmingdale turned aside by DePaulo. This time off the spit stick of Donofrio. FL Hills trying to establish the zone, rushing ahead with the puck, Connor Roberts. Farmingdale repossess in behind. Their goaltender Carter Black try to plug it up the near side boards. It's worked down the near wall by Mark Parente. And eventually flipped into neutral ice by Mateo Donofrio. FL Hills have iced the puck. .241 gone by, or 141 gone by rather, in this first period. Face off to the right of DePaulo, who passed the early test. He has face off one in the offensive zone. Good defensive intercept made, however, by Brancaforti. And Brancaforti, a shot, scores! Christian Brancaforti gets Half Hollow Hills on the board with his 6th goal of the season. One nothing Triple H. Face off. Following the opening goal from Brancaforti, Maddox Lean picks up an assist on the goal. And Lean, that's his 2nd point of the season. Here's Parente. Down the near boards, centers one. Good stick lift made by Donofrio. Kept alive at the far point by Maddox Lean, and he'll lose the puck here. Farmingdale look to break out. Here's Vitelli. Settles, changes places with Donofrio, and now tries to lead Donofrio up ice. Puck battle right out in front of me. Kicks over to Brancaforti, opening goal of the game, looking for number 2. It's turned away by netminder Carter Black. Again, it was nearly 1-0 the other way. on this stop from the Half Hollow Hill netminder DePaulo. Poke to the near glass, kept alive, good play by Recipero. Half Hollow Hill's trying to clear on the far side. Or pardon me, work it back to the point. They do a little catch play. Recipero gonna cut middle, shielded off neatly by Donofrio. Farmingdale trying to clear up the near side. Now carried, it's on the stick of Schmidt. Gavin Schmidt lost the stick. Another clearing attempt for Farmingdale. Kept alive by Half Hollow Hills toward the front of the net. And finally can be skated out of the zone by McNamara. McNamara threw one across, eventually found its way to its intended target, Kafka. Kafka had it poked from him. Schmidt keeps alive at the near point, dumps him down and around. 11:15 to go here, first period. Half Hollow Hills the opening 1-0 lead. A centering pass goes through the slot area. Good play on the near boards by MD. Half Hollow Hills possess and cleanly break out of the zone. Lucas Sundak attempting to break in. And now going down to the ice. That'll be a penalty on Farmingdale as they touch up here. Half Hollow Hills will go to the power play. Their first of the night. The Hills power play 20.7% on the season versus a Farmingdale penalty kill at 70%. Chance to double their 1-0 lead. Rao is out to take the draw, flanked by Giancarlo Femia and Alexander Jacobson. Early clear for Farmingdale off the face-off win by the Lions. And now an offsides is going to be called against Farmingdale. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the New York Islander High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. If you haven't already, be sure to hit subscribe as we just surpassed the 12K mark. Great move, short-handed. Another toe drag, but unable to get around the final defender. It's a great defensive play. The last line of defense on the power play that time was Recipero. Hill's trying to break out. Femia had to catch it behind him. Now works down the near half wall. Lost control of it. Farmingdale trying to clear. It's kept in. Barely, but kept alive for Rea. Rea looking to create space with now a minute gone by on the power play for Hills. Stutter steps from Atkins. Atkins sends around. Recipero checked into the boards. Good play made by Donofrio. Donofrio chips around. Possessed further by Atkins. Rao settles to it, quickly pressured. Good sticks provided by Stephen Cowan. Rao flicks it back. Great aggressive penalty kill for Farmingdale. Now a shot comes and it goes off the bar. All the way across for Atkins. Atkins pressured by Cowan. And Cowan takes the puck away, fires around the near side. Recipero waiting for it, plays it at the near point. D-to-D, Rao, shot blocked, now a short-handed break opportunity for Cowan. Stephen Cowan shielding off the checks from Rao, goes down to the ice, and whistle stops play. The puck underneath Cowan and goaltender DePaulo. The net briefly knocked off its mooring. Excellent job defensively not to take a penalty there by Rao. Real a forward forced to play defense on that play due to the nature of the power play, which is now expired. 0 for 1 on the power play tonight. Our half follow Hills. The Farmingdale penalty kill 1 for 1. And they need it to be to stay only down a goal. As Parente works his way down. Parente again behind the net of goaltender Carter Black. Once again in behind the net, now out in front. The shot off a stick and wide. Looked like getting the stick in was Jason Fiumara. Farmingdale clear. Here's Fiumara. In with speed. Wrist shot. Trying to use the defender as a screen. A save made by DePaulo. Farmingdale keep in. Little toe drag, however, to create some space. Working it in. The goal scorer, lone goal scorer of the game, Branch of 40. The shot goes over the net. Branch of 40 again. Try to put it in behind. Back with Branch of 40. Try to center one. He had a man. It was Atkin. To the point, a shot from Turkowitz. Never got through. Branch of 40 unable to keep the play alive. Farmingdale look to break out. It's on the stick of McNamara. McNamara sends in. And it's Maddox Lean who gets there first. And Lean getting the only assist on the opening goal by Branch of 40. Here's Parenti getting around on a Frio drive from Parenti goes wide. Bank down the far boards. Farmingdale poke it out. Big hit dished out by Stephen Cowan. Will be penalized. Cowan to the box. Repping the USA Hockey underneath the Farmingdale sweater is one of the members of the Farmingdale coaching staff. Assuming it is head coach Dennis Quinn. Quinn unhappy with the call, you could say. Doesn't change the result. Cowan in the box, second power play of the night for Half Hollow Hills. Sundak will take the draw and wins it. Quickly turned over, chance to clear here for the Lions, they will. Floats to the left of DePaulo. Maddox Lean will retrieve with no pressure, stacking the neutral zone. Our Farmingdale. Donofrio now steps up, makes a good play. He goes down to the ice. Lean carries up the near side into the zone. Sharp angle shot blocked by Kafka and fired out of play by a Farmingdale Lion, stopping the penalty clock at 1:29. 6:06 left here in the first period. 1-0 Half Hollow Hills. They lead the Farmingdale Lions. They're also out shooting Farmingdale 4-3. Face-off win and a clear for Farmingdale. And 0 for 1 on the power play tonight are Half Hollow Hills. Their second look of the period. Rao dangles his way through. Rao unable to get around the maul. It's kept alive. Atkin walks. Atkin shoots, and a blocker save made by Black. Rao retrieves. For Sapero. Poked out of the zone. Nifty little poke made by Anthony Vitelli. Vitelli, 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points this season for Farmingdale, and instrumental here on the penalty kill as Donofrio rips it all the way down ice. Just 35 seconds left on the penalty to Cowan. Atkin settles it for Femia. Femia, it's around Schmidt, chases after the loose puck. Femia Sanders across! Deflected just wide. Great look from Jacobson. winning the puck battle. Charging ahead now is Fiumara. Fiumara unable to get around the defense of Hudson Turkowitz. Fiumara will flip it into the zone. Atkins intercepts, and that'll do it for the second power play of the night for Half Hollow Hills. They're 0 for 2. They do still have the 1-0 lead. Under 4:30 to play as Turkowitz rips it across. Picked up by Rao. Rao carries in. Gets around the defender. Charges around the net. To the point, Turkowitz settles. Return pass. Rao to Turkowitz on the backhand. Turkowitz hounded. Back to Rao. Farmingdale defense doing a good job of preventing Half Hollow Hills access to the real high danger areas of the ice. And now a sharp angle shot from Parente, shrugged off by Carter Black. Lions clear and get a much needed change. Parente from Maddox lean. Return pass, 3:30 to go here in the first period. Deflected in by Parente. And now he steals the loose puck off the check. A chance here, denied by Black. Turkowitz, wrist shot. Blocker save made by Carter Black. Puck battle in behind the net, kicks free to the far circle. Chance and unable to let the puck. Great play defensively made by Roberts, and Roberts' shot blocked. Shoveled up the near side, not out. Good keep by Turkowitz. As Vitelli and Cowan trying to clear the zone. Now Vitelli wheels it ahead on the backhand. Now forehand, cuts across, wrist shot wide. Kicks right back out in front. It would have go. Oh, Lordy, what a save. Incredible stuff from the Half Hollow Hills netminder, Daniel DiPaolo. Doesn't let the carom off the boards bother him. Keeps the Hornets ahead by 1. Now a drag and a shot goes wide off the stick of Sundak. Recipero. Down and around for Sundak. Handles in the far corner. Lucas Sundak. 4 goals in 8 games played this season. There's a wrist shot and a kick save made by Black, and Farmingdale just send it all the way down for an icing. Under 2 to play, first period, 1-0 Half Hollow Hills over Farmingdale. Two of the Nassau programs that don't overly rely on multiple districts, forming a conglomerate. As a wrist shot over the net wide, i.e. the likes of Plain Edge, Old Bethpage, Island Trees, you get a lot of those. Wantaw, Seaford, Plainview, you get what I'm saying. Here's a chance for Farmingdale. Puck redirected just wide. McNamara fires it around. Went over the stick there of MD. Another puck battle, though, won by Farmingdale. They'll try to plug it out in front. Awaiting it was Jacobson. Starts the rush up 3-on-2 for Half Hollow Hills. Rejected neatly. Good defensive play made by Farmingdale and John McNamara. Or pardon me, that's Becker, Mason Becker on defense with McNamara. As Becker, though, had the poke. 52 seconds left here in the first period. You're listening to the New York Islanders High School Hockey League here on LI Sports Network. Give our social media a follow at LI Sports Network. Tons of great content can be found on there. Gabe to Curry, Wally, Mitchell, our whole team hard at work. Top of the grade social media content. Donofrio trying to get one ahead of Vitale. Shot on goal, save made by Black. Another zone exit, trying to generate a rush. Cowan looking to retrieve the puck, and it's steered away from Cowan neatly there by Maddox Lean. Donofrio dishes out a check. Vitale tracks back to the puck. Donofrio, as time expires in the first period, 1-0, Half Hollow Hills. They have the lead over Farmingdale after one. You're listening to the New York Islanders High School Hockey League on LI Sports Network. Second period, it will begin shortly, so stay with us here on LISN. Welcome back here to Clark Gillies Arena here. Welcome back, Clark Gillies Arena here in Dix Hills, Farmingdale, Half Hollow Hills on LI Sports Network. JV matchup. Half Hollow Hills have a 1-0 lead. Christian Brancha 40, the goal from Maddox Lean. Half Hollow Hills outshot Farmingdale in that first period, 8-5. There's a big crunching hit dished out by goal scorer Brancha 40. He's got the puck here, neutral ice. He'll charge ahead into the Lions zone, goes down to the ice. Hornets bench want a call, won't get one. Still, they keep the play alive, but out in front. To the point here for Lean. Lean. Return pass, backhanded around by Connor Roberts. And now Turkowitz a shot, deflects wide. It went off the stick of Schmidt in front. Schmidt, defender for Farmingdale. Handled by Connor Roberts. Roberts trying to plug away in the forecheck. And dishing out the checks here, Schmidt for Farmingdale. Lean centers, had a man in front. Open on the play was Mark Parente. Just missed it. Getting a change, here's Roberts all alone, shoots wide. Great chance for Connor Roberts. He missed it just wide. Roberts got it back. Minute 30 into the second period. Half Hollow Hills threatening to increase their 1-0 lead. McNamara, can he get there first for Farming? No, it's kept alive by Turkowitz. Roberts We're going to keep the cycle going for Half Hollow Hills. Parenti to the point. Turkwitz off the board, shoots, blocker save made by Black. One-timer from Turkwitz. It's a pass, gets across to Roberts. Roberts shot blocked, right back to Turkwitz. Turkwitz back down low, sauced in front for Parenti. Parenti returns it to Sandak. Sundak briefly gathered but not able to clear it. Full territorial dominance here for Half Hollow Hills. Parenti a shot, knocked down and stopped by Black. Oh, how excellent as the Farmingdale goaltender needed to be in this game as a whole, but here in the second period, a full offensive zone press for Half Hollow Hills and culminates in that chance and a great save made by the Lion netminder. Two minutes and 30 seconds into the second period, and it feels like the entirety of it has been spent at this end of the ice. First period was not representative of that, a pretty back and forth period. Vitelli, and now Cowan. Cowan shoots, fought off. Great save made by DiPaolo. Now with speed, it's what a move. Chance, save made. Sundak denied by Black. Farmingdale cleared the zone this time. Trying to jam it ahead was Vitelli. He's got teammate Kafka with him. And Cowan the line up front. Just a 5-man bench tonight, so 10 players in total for Farmingdale. A bit more of a nuanced bench for Half Hollow Hills. Stumbling down to the ice was Stephen Cowan. Took one of the 2 penalties in that first period for Farmingdale. However, the Lions penalty kill 2 for 2 early in this one. They'll flip it out of the zone. Will it go on goal to Apollo? It will not. It just missed. Hit the side of the net. Icing against Farmingdale. Offensive zone draw here for Half Hollow Hills. To the right of goaltender Carter Black. Rao to take it and lost it. Farmingdale looking to generate a clearing opportunity. Good back check and creating a turnover. Rao shoots just wide. Rao retrieves in the far corner to the point where it's kept alive narrowly so by Recipero. Dangerous. Jacobson behind the net. Now back with Jacobson on the pass. Rail that shot between the legs. Squeezing him to keep the puck from crossing the line is Carter Black. Carter Black has really been put to the test here in the second period and has yet to surrender a goal. Keeping Farmingdale within 1. I mentioned Half Hollow Hills outshot the Lions 8-5 in the first period. They're outshooting them 3-1 here in the second, though it feels like more than that based on the territorial advantage. Atkin steps through, wrist shot, deflect, save, rebound, save, Black. Another couple of beautiful saves made by the Farmingdale netminder. You're going to see Abraham Atkins step through that shot to flex. Great concentration from Carter Black, and then positional excellence as he takes away the secondary opportunity. Vitelli looking to gain possession of the puck. He does. He'll flip out. Flicked ahead. Too far for Ray out. Farmingdale looking to get some offensive zone type. Zone, good defense from Farmingdale. Half-Hollow Hills trying to go right back in, and Stephen Cowan on the back check took it away, trying to hit his winger up the boards. However, no dice from Kafka. Schmidt, area pass. Bounced off the far boards. Vitelli applying pressure to Ricipero. Cowan. As Farmingdale look to finally get some offensive zone time. Stephen Cowan, far circle wrist shot. Good screen from Kafka in front. DePaulo never saw it, but it went wide. Cowan held in the zone by Becker. Becker, that pass intercepted by Rao. 3-on-2 here for Hills. Rao's shot, standing save made Carter. Rebound save made Black. Carter Black, 2 more excellent saves to keep Farmingdale within 1. More pressure, though, being applied by Adrian Rao. His backhand pass not on the same page with his defender at the point, that being Atkin. Vitelli on the forecheck, causing lean problems, is already nearly halfway through the second period. 8:23 to go. Branch of 40. It's pressure from Kafka. Stretch pass just out of the reach of Parenti. Goes down for an icing. Offensive zone draw coming for Farmingdale. It's got to be either their first or second of the period. Again, majority of it's been spent in their own zone. Credit to Half-Hollow Hills, but they have not extended their lead. Credit to Carter Black. And as anyone who watched Team USA defeat Canada in the gold medal game knows, a great goaltending performance can neutralize offensive woes for the most part. And Carter Black doing his best Connor Hellebuck impression is puck handled in behind. Half-Hollow Hills looking to put the pressure right back on. A shot blocker save made by Black on the shot from Roberts. Here is Branch of 40. Tries to play it to his winger. It's blocked. And now space for Fiumara. Fiumara dumps and chases. Beats Lean to the puck, but coughed it right up to Maddox Lean, who hits Parenti. In stride with Roberts. Parenti, a shot glove save made by Carter Black, who covers on Half-Hollow Hills' 14th shot of the game. Their 6th here in the period, and now a goaltending change for Hills. Nolan Binsel will step out onto the ice for Half-Hollow Hills. He'll finish up the game. Binsel, a 4.22 goals against average, as opposed to DePaulo's 6.50. They have shared the net all season. Delayed penalty, and it looks like Half-Hollow Hills will go to their 3rd power play of the night. They have yet to score on the player advantage. They'll have their 3rd chance to do so here. It's a penalty against Jack Kafka. Possession here for Half-Hollow Hills. Roberts. Down low. Branch of 40. All the way across for Roberts. Great pass. Just had to catch it on the backhand so he couldn't pull the trigger. Sent around, another big hit in the boards. Looking for a call was Ricipero. He won't get one. Farmingdale clear. 40 seconds gone by on the Half Hollow Hills power play. Their first here of the second period. Parenti steps across. Parenti cuts wide, forced wide. Schmidt eating the puck up against the boards and the kick plate. Gets a stick lift. Great defensive play here made by Gavin Schmidt. Can't clear. A shot on goal and a save made by Carter Black. Black came into tonight a 4.78 goals against average. 4-4 record in 9 starts through 10 games played. 845 save percentage for Carter Black. That number set to increase at this pace, saving 14 of 15. Threatening for a second goal. Sundak shot from a tough angle, redirected wide. Chance to clear. It's to the point, not out. To the front of the net. Lean keeps in at the near point. Going to work on Schmidt, and now Sundak keeps it alive. Great play. Sends one across. That was Lendino. Now puck back in neutral. Just 6 seconds left on the power play for Half Hollow Hills. 0 for 2 tonight, staring down 0 for 3, and it is officially 0 for 3 on the power play for Half Hollow Hills. Farmingdale 3 for 3, perfect on the PK. Lean takes it away, carries in. Maddox Lean, a wrist shot glove save made by Carter Black, and he covers up with 4:26 to go here in the second period. Still just the 1 goal in the game, provided by Brancha 40. Christian, his 6th of the season. The difference here tonight. Face off to the left of Black, won by Rao. Here he goes to the net, takes a shot. What a save made, Carter Black. Donofrio trying to establish the zone off the rush. Delayed offsides. Now Donofrio and Rusapero were trading blows. Femia, no calls on either. Femia. Sharp angle shot sealed off by Farmingdale netminder. You know him. The story of this game. Carter Black. Now 16 of 17. Rao wins the faceoff clean. To the point, Atkin rips it across it. Got by the blue line out of the zone. Atkin back with it. A little backhander ahead for Femia. Femia to Rao. Drags. Femia shoots wide. Rao with a great chance there again. He has been knocking on the door of a goal tonight. However, that door remains closed. Atkin shields off the pressure from Donofrio. Femia rims in. Rao, the F1 on the forecheck. Jacobson had to go off his stick. Here's Femia. Femia with Rao calling for it. Rao check from behind. Nice little play by John McNamara. Still, though, Rao persists. Under 3 to play, but at a cross, and a little stick from Black kept it out. At the very least, it kept the pass from being completed. Here's Rao stepping through. Rao ran out of runway and backhanded it all the way across. A good defensive recovery made that time by the Lions. Rao still trying to one-man army his way to the front of the net. It's fired down ice by Farmingdale, and they continue to survive the consistent pressure applied to them by Half Hollow Hills here in this second period. 2:29 left to go in it. Again, we are live from Clark Gillies Arena in Dix Hills. LI Sports Network covering the New York Islander high school hockey game. High school hockey league. Not covering the Islanders just yet. We'll be covering the ACHA MCHC championship game. It was originally scheduled for Sunday, but as we all know, Sunday gave us nothing but snow and pretty much canceled anything that would have happened, including what was going on in Connecticut. That game rescheduled will be live tomorrow on LI Sports Network between Sacred Heart. And there's a chance. What a save again made by Carter Black, this time on Connor Roberts. The other way, Cowan a shot. Save made. I believe that's the first save of the game made by Binsel. No, it's the second save from Binsel since he took over the net about halfway through the hockey game. Rancher 40. Roberts to the outside. A hard, heavy shot. Glove save made. Carter Black. And he is back in black and better than ever here tonight. His 18th stop of the contest. And 10th shot this period from Triple H. Off the face-off win from Farmingdale. They can't clear. Held in by Lean. Poked along by Sundak. Thrown around and just out of the reach there of Jack Graziano. Sundak tracks back to it. Plays it ahead. Now Schmidt with time. Farmingdale could try to generate a rush through neutral ice. Try to get some offensive zone time. Sundak doesn't like that plan. Instead, he takes it away and puts it in. Schmidt pressured by Graziano. Off the boards. Intercepted by defenseman for Half Hollow Hills, Hudson Turkowitz. Here's a giveaway and a chance for Mayara. Save made. Rebound denied. Binsel had to be sharp on that sequence. As the turnover in neutral ice leads to a couple of chances here for Farmingdale. The long shot from Jason Fiumara, and then the follow-up opportunity. Sets up the offensive zone face-off. It's won by Half Hollow Hills. They'll try to clear. Donofrio, a shot eventually goes wide. Cowan on the follow-up had the look. Fiumara keeps it alive near side. Gallo trying to keep in at the near point does. Gallo and now Vitelli engaged in a spirited battle along the boards. Gallo plays it across. Settled in here by Donofrio. The wrist shot on is denied by Binsel. And then another collision. Both benches are loving the physicality. And it's all been clean. Donofrio, that's Cowan spinning one as time expires in the second period. A period dominated by Half Hollow Hills. Yet, they do not extend their lead. It is still just 1-0 after 2. Third period will begin shortly. You're listening here live on LI Sports Network. Final period of regulation time. 1-0 Half-Hollow Hills coming into the third period. They lead Farmingdale. Farmingdale 6-8, Half-Hollow Hills 5-8. The 4 and 5 seeds respectively in the JV East Division of the New York Islanders High School Hockey League. Farmingdale trying to end a losing streak of 2 games heading into tonight. Dropping their last 2, or pardon me, dropping their last 3. There's Fumia, and a chance denied by Carter Black. Black been the story here tonight, as he has faced a number of shots and has stopped all of them. All but one, of course. Ratchet 40. The other story, he's got the only goal of the game for Half-Hollow Hills, thus the 1-0 lead for the Hornets. Cowan gets the return pass, pokes it ahead. It's intercepted now. Potential odd man rush. Sundak. Area pass. Atkun across. Shot. Score! Half-Hollow Hills strike in the third in the opening minute. And the goal scored by Giancarlo Femia, pardon. Femia's going to get this great feed from Atkun, and he's going to beat Carter Black 5-0 to extend the Half-Hollow Hills lead 2-0. That goal coming just after 1 minute gone by here in this third period, as Black will cover up here. Black had stopped all 11 shots he faced in the second period. Allows the early goal in the third. Here's Fiumara as opposed to Femia, the goal scorer. Shot gloved by Binsel. Binsel now 6 for 6 in terms of the shots he has faced since entering the game. And Lucas Sundak is getting credited with the goal, not Femia. Don't believe that's correct. I mean, Sundak should get an assist, as now a penalty is going to be called, as it looks like Schmidt got caught up high. Roberts goes to the box for Half-Hollow Hills. It's going to be the first power play of the game for Farmingdale, and a chance for the Lions to once again pull to within 1. They have not led, obviously, in this game. And Stephen Cowan, one of their top scorers, will take the face-off. However, it's won defensively by Half-Hollow Hills. They'll rim around. It's not out. Schmidt slowed it up, and now the puck ends up in the Hornet bench. Atkun getting the assist as well. That is a for sure thing, but they're going to credit Sundak. The goal would be his 5th of the season as well. Face off, Donofrio chips it around. Spiked around by by Half-Hollow Hills. Gallo, great keeping at the left point. Cowan tried to step through one, could not. Gallo tracks back to it, flips it back to Cowan. Cowan shrugged off. Nice little play made by Risaparo. However, Half-Hollow Hills unable to get out of the zone just yet. Donofrio, wrist shot through traffic, never made it through, and on goal to Binsel. Gallo try to take it on the backhand, then go to the forehand off the boards. Could not. Comes out of the zone. Donofrio trying to march right back in as a minute has gone by on this Farmingdale power play. Farmingdale this year on the power play, 40% is what it's listed as. Here's Schmidt. Schmidt cutting to the front of the net, unable to get a shot through, going up against a 76.9% penalty kill of Half Hollow Hills. Donofrio shot. Got the stick of Vitelli, deflected just over the net. Cowan to the point, Gallo. Returns it to Stephen Cowan. Wrist shot from the far circle, fought off. Another good save made by Binsel. Cowan to Vitelli. Try to go back to Cowan. Rejected from the front of that. Good keeping, though, made by Donofrio as he stepped up on Parenti. Cowan. Centering pass blocked. Great play by Breccia Forti, the first goal scorer for Half Hollow Hills tonight, making the great defensive play as the penalty expires. Shot denied by Binsel. So neither Farmingdale nor Half Hollow Hills scoring on the power play tonight. Farmingdale 0 for 1. Half Hollow Hills 0 for 3. It was a roughing penalty against Connor Roberts. $11:15 to go here in the second period. Face off to the left of Binsel, won defensively by Half Hollow Hills. Here's Maddox Lean. Lean around for Turkowitz. Turkowitz trying to clear. It's at the blue line and picked up by Fiumara. Fiumara, wrist shot, blocker save made. Another good stop there made by Nolan Binsel. He's now 8 for 8 since entering the game. Neither he nor his goaltending mate, Daniel DiPaolo, allowing a goal. Great move, Sundak across, what a save, Carter Black. As he got all the way to across to deny Lendino. Lean steps up at the far point. Keeps it in for now. Maddox Lean now charging to the front of the net. A little backhander turned aside by Carter Black. Backhanded around by Jack Graziano. Cycle continues here for Half Hollow Hills. A little return pass in the direction of Graziano. Gets a little bit by him. Good stick lift provided by Gavin Schmidt. The battle rages on along the near boards. Turkowitz gets it free, and now the battle rages on after the whistle. Graziano taking exception. And Schmidt, exactly 5 minutes gone by in the third period. Graziano, without any assistance from the official, goes to the box. And as does Gavin Schmidt of Farmingdale. As soon as the penalties are updated in the system officially, I'll break down what the call is here. Obviously, it's not going to be something like tripping or hooking there, is it? No. Gavin Schmidt this year for Farmingdale, playing in just his third game of the season. Doesn't have a point. While Graziano has 6 points in 12 games played for Half Hollow Hills, 4 of those being goals. And if I'm not mistaken, if the playoff system works how it does in the varsity standings, this 4 versus 5 matchup that you see before you tonight will be the matchup if the playoffs started tonight. And a reminder that there are not many games left on the schedule. 2 more after this one for Half Hollow Hills on March 3rd and March 4th, so in back-to-back days. in a little over a week from today for Triple H and for Farmingdale. This is their final, or rather they have one more game after tonight on March the 1st against POBIT, and their season draws to a close. So again, playoff atmosphere and a potential playoff preview. And we have the penalties. And they're, to be honest, they're not what I expected. It's a fighting major for Jack Graziano and just a roughing 2-minute minor for Schmidt. And so that will give Farmingdale a 3-minute power play. And that also means Graziano's night is over as he goes to the locker room. And as a fan shouted out correctly, yes, someone does need to go in the box for Half Hollow Hills to serve the penalty for Graziano, who's no longer in the game. We skate four-side for 2 whole minutes here. And again, that will be followed up with 3-minute power play for Farmingdale. A chance for them to claw their way back in this game. They're down by 2. Game that they've been kept in by their goaltender, Carter Black. Donofrio has trouble with the puck off the boards. Aggressive forecheck from Rao. Cowan. Donofrio. 40 seconds gone by on the 4-on-4. Saparo trying to get it around Donofrio. Helped out now by Famia. Famia charging to the front of the net, rejected. Donofrio regathers, takes it in behind. Cowan off his stick onto the tape of Rao. Rao darts across the zone, then rims around to be picked up by Rusaparo. Flicks one in behind. It was going to be a high stick, I believe, so neither team wanted to touch it. Referee blows the play dead. "39 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey before a 3-minute power play for Farmingdale is set to begin. Their 0-for-1 tonight. Fiumara. Great poke check. Excellent play defensively made by Akin. Parenti trying to get around Donofrio and then shoves Donofrio. Things getting rather physical between these two sides in their first meeting of the season as that shot deflects up into the air. Donofrio plays it ahead to Fiumara. Fiumara, a little poke to himself, trying to get going and neutralize. Falling to the ice. Here's a chance. McNamara goes just past. What happened? What happened? Didn't go through. 3-minute power play for Farmingdale starts now. Held barely in the zone by Schmidt, out of the box and into the play. And now another penalty. A tripping penalty. Rusaparo. Not sure if he's shaken up or he's testing out some new dance moves on his way to the bench. But either way, a huge penalty taken by Jason Fiumara will send it back to 4-on-4, and what would have been an extended power play for Farmingdale is only going to end up being just 45 seconds worth. My goodness. A tripping penalty assessed to Fiumara. Gallo first on it for the Lions. Cowan checked by Sundak. And out to the net, they score! Maddox lean! 3-0 Half Hollow Hills. And hold the phone. Official toy. Looks like it'll be a good goal. As the shot overpowers Carter Black. It will be. Just the way he went to the scores table. I think to signal that no one's coming out of the box or whatnot from that goal. Schmidt whistles one wide. Lean's second point of the night. And for Maddox Lean, his first goal of the season. Gives the Hornets the 3-goal lead over halfway through this third period. Cowan races on in. Cowan to the back end, dodging sticks. Picked up. Nice give and go. Dangle. Vitelli. Now a shot from Cowan. Turned aside. Or was it? It's in the back of the net. My apologies, folks. That is a goal. Though it is not up on the board. Has to be a goal. They're dropping the puck at center. Why would they be dropping it at center if it wasn't a goal? It's got to be. There it is. It's up on the board. Stephen Cowan, the goal scorer. Vitelli gets the assist. Cowan, his 17th of the season. Could that spark life for Farmingdale? 30 more seconds of 4-on-4 hockey. Played in behind. Trying to march it on forward was Gavin Schmidt. Here is Cowan. Cowan will wrist shove of traffic in front. McNamara was there trying to screen Binsel. And now, again, 45 seconds of power play time for Farmingdale set to begin shortly. That'll begin in 1 second. I'm just going to preload it. So we're still 4 aside, and now it's a 5-on-4. Gallo off the face-off win, rips a shot, pinballs around in the slot. Eventually it's cleared out. Finding the loose puck that time was Rusaparo. Hills gain possession. With 5:15 to go. Pardon me, 5:20 to go in the third period. Just 15 seconds left on this abbreviated power play for Farmingdale. Donofrio, it's time and space at the point. Rips a low shot, looking for a stick in front. McNamara was there. And that plunge to the front of the net, off a stick and out of the zone, and we are back to 5 aside. So, okay, I guess technically 0 for 4 on the power, or 0 for 2 on the power play. Farmingdale in the game, as there's a chance down low for Femia that goes wide. I believe Femia scored the second goal of the game. It's still, however, credited to Lucas Sundak. Gallo trying to poke it up the far boards, taken away by Femia. Femia, wrist shot wide. Akin keeps it alive. Akin down the near boards, looking for space. He helps set up that second goal. Kicks it across, settled by Rusaparo. And it just went through the stick there of Sundak, but good back check from Sundak. Disrupted the Farmingdale rush to put out in front off the stick of Binsel, and settled now by Rusaparo. Rail aggressive on the forecheck. Takes control, go to the front of the net, save, rebound, stuff in, try, wouldn't go. Sprawling saves from Black, and he keeps it out. What a save. What a series of saves here from Black. Count them, there's one. Here comes 2, 3. All across, sprawling, stay with it, there's 4. How do you do? Carter Black has allowed 3 goals, has faced 23 shots. Deserves a lot of praise. As Cowan rips one over the net off the glass in behind. Gallo, great step up at the point. Keeps play alive. Cowan never got through. His second attempt off the side of the net. And now a potential 2-on-1 for Follow Hills. Sundak with Rail. Flips across for Rail. Turned away. Carter Black. Rail. Try to go down low to Sundak. Sweeping in to take charge of the puck. Farmingdale. Donofrio and Cowan up ice. Cowan on the backhand. Takes the shot. It's fought off and covered by Binsel. And how about this last save here from Carter Black? 2-on-1. Great saucer pass across. It's going to be coming up as Sundak's going to a little flickeroo to Rayo. Does everything right. Great anticipation from the Lion netminder. Off the face-off win, shot blocked. Schmidt banks one around out of the reach of Fiumara. Vitelli tries to keep it moving. He's got John McNamara with him as well. Trying to keep it at the line. Schmidt instead. It's forced out by Parenti. Parenti goes down, draws the penalty in the process. And with just 2:25 to go in the third period, a truly costly penalty for Farmingdale. Despite being 0 for 3 tonight on the power play, all Follow Hills really have to do is play keep away for the next 2 minutes, and it'll just be 25 seconds left. Just can't allow a shorthanded goal. And they should come away with the win tonight. Parenti pokes it around, sets up the shot, they score! Breccia 40, his second of the game. And that's a Hornets power play goal. 4-1 they lead. I mean, it's a great pass from below the goal line, out in the slot area, wide open. Defensive breakdown there for Farmingdale. It was Breccia 40. As he 1 times home, his second of the game, his 7th of the season. So scoring goals 6 and 7 tonight of the season was Breccia 40. Great night for Christian. On McNamara, backhands one across, just out of the reach of the stick of Fiumara. Rink wide pass connects, a clap bomb over the net from Parenti. Farmingdale poke it out. Here's a foot race. Vitelli's gonna win it. Nice move to create space. Vitelli's shot went off of lean stick and into the end boards. Maddox leaned back with it. Finds the open winger, and now across for Breccia 40. What a night. Spinorama still got the shot off from his knees. It's turned aside by Carter Black. Breccia 40 rims around. Just 47 seconds left in the game. And it'll be an icing call against Farmingdale. 39.5 4 seconds remaining. Again, coming up for these two teams, Farmingdale, their season comes to a close March the 1st, a Sunday, 6:30 start against POBIT. Plain Edge, Old Bethpage, Island Trees, in case you're wondering. That shot goes wide. Half-Hollow Hills. Got a couple more games left to go in the season following this one. A meeting with Syosset Jericho on Tuesday, March 3rd. And Wednesday the 4th, a meeting with Roslyn East Williston Carl Place. As there's one of those amalgamation names of various Nassau towns just squished together. Just the two schools represented here for Half-Hollow Hills, and Recipero at the buzzer, turned away by Black, and then a series of saves made to close out the game. Perhaps just essentially padding the goaltending stats there of Carter Black. Hard-fought game and a potential playoff matchup preview between Farmingdale and Half-Hollow Hills. It is the Hornets of Half-Hollow Hills victorious tonight, 4-1 over the Farmingdale Lions. Triple H improving to 6-8 on the season. Farmingdale dropping to 6-9. The 4 and 5 seeds respectively shake hands as customary after each game in the both Nassau, or rather New York Islander High School Hockey League and the Suffolk County High School Hockey League. A hard-fought game that draws to a close. And that will do it for our coverage here in this one. Thank you so much for tuning in here tonight on LI Sports Network. On behalf of our camera operator, Rowan Laddick, I'm Ryan Brannigan. Until next time, as always, ladies and gentlemen, please have a good night.